And she out here wondering why DaBaby don't want her. Cause you stink.
She would have really been up next had she just stuck to the script. You get what I'm saying? I used to love B. Simone. Like, when she first came out, I think it was like around the time before the Journal. Like, maybe pre-pandemic. Like, I loved B. Simone. I thought she was just so funny. Like, I loved her laugh. Like, there was something off about her.
No.
No?
No.
Did you shoot your shot? Because you would shoot your shot.
Yeah. I'm like, what's up? Look at me. Look at me. He was like, girl, move. Go
If the roles were reversed and it was a man doing this, he'd probably be locked up by now. But here we are, B. Simone has been chasing after DaBaby like it's a full-time job for years. And yes, the whole situation was basically handed over to Nikki Parker and Professor Ogilvy vibes, totally out of pocket. Now, for those who don't know, B. Simone calls herself a comedian. Is she funny? Maybe. But be honest, have you ever heard someone say, let's hit up that B. Simone comedy show tonight? Yeah, didn't think so. Still, somebody must have taken her seriously because she landed her own reality show on Zeus called You're My Boyfriend. I watched it. Not gonna lie, parts of it were a little entertaining, a little messy, but funny here and there. But then she started pushing those Instagram subscriptions hard, saying stuff like, if you want to see what's really going on behind the scenes, like what we're dealing with after Jackie O's passing, then subscribe. And that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, especially since her friend Jackie O'Hare had just passed, and trying to turn grief into content? Yeah, not a good look at all. But what really gets people talking is this whole obsession she has with DaBaby. Like, girl, he's made it crystal clear he's not interested. Why is B. Simone still acting like he's her soulmate? It's awkward to watch. Doesn't matter how famous you are, chasing after someone who doesn't want you, super embarrassing. She's definitely not the only one acting wild like this. But let's be real. We're not even talking about some decent guy here. B. Simone's been stuck on a man who, according to a lot of folks, treats women like property, and some people even claim DaBaby might have gotten rough with her behind closed doors. Ain't no proof, but the whispers are out there, and it's sketchy. Some say he might have crossed a line already. And she's still stuck around? That's just crazy. Like, how far does it need to go before it clicks? At one point, she even asked him, what are we? Then suddenly it flipped to, who are we? Girl, what does that even mean? And DaBaby, he dodged all that real quick. He kind of shrugged it off like, you're beautiful, but we're just friends. Then she tried to twist it, saying something like, well, friends who think each other are fine are kind of special. But he cut that off fast. Basically told her, let's not make this deep. We're just buddies. Dang, why put yourself out there like that just to get curved in public? It's painful to watch.
That you guys want to be raw and real on y'all podcasts, but B. Simone, that interview with DaBaby was too raw for me. And when I say too raw, I mean too embarrassing. There should have been some editing going on in this, or the whole interview should have been scrapped. That interview was too close to begging for me. Her asking DaBaby to cook for her was equivalent to a man asking for his hug. Where my hug at? She kept turning up this little baby voice on him, and I think even he got the ick. He kept repeating himself, you my friend, we're not about to cross no boundaries. Honey, please read the room. Them being in the bed was already cringy. You're not setting up shop like this for nobody else. It's time to let that go. Shoot, it's even time to scrap that interview from the internet. I don't think it's too late.
But let's be honest. B. Simone moves where the money and attention is. She's made that obvious time and time again. Sure, a lot of people say she's stuck on DaBaby, but maybe it's bigger than that. Could be any rich and good-looking guy. Remember when Wall Street Trapper popped up on her show a while ago? Yeah, she was eyeing him too. This ain't about love, it's about clout. She was all up in his face, straight up flirting, and the dude hit her with the friend zone move again. Like, they had some flirty moments on the show, sure, but the pattern is always the same. She turns on the charm, they vibe a little, then boom, friend zoned like clockwork. And the wildest part, just a few days later, he popped out with his real girlfriend, Natalie Nicole. That timing wasn't a coincidence. It's like every time she starts feeling herself, the guy ends up showing off his actual girl. It always gives off that Jezebel spirit energy, even though now she's trying to do this whole new image, dressing modest, acting like she's on a spiritual path. Now look, there's nothing wrong with liking someone. That's normal. But being all extra thirsty over a man who clearly ain't showing you real interest, that's a different story.
Just watch B. Simone in a bed with DaBaby doing what I think is a podcast. I don't even know. They rubbing feet together. Well, she rubbing her feet on him. She literally asking this man, what are we? Now, when she first asked him to describe their relationship, he said, you my friend, you cool. I fuck with you. She said, so you not attracted to me? Like, you forcing this man to say he attracted to you. Okay, cool. He said, yeah, I'm attracted to you. You're an attractive woman. So then she gonna take it a step further. So we friends that's attracted to each other? That's when he had to put his foot down. No. We not talking about who's attracted to who, platonics and all that stuff. Listen, then he had to try to make her feel good. He talking about, I don't want to talk about that because then I'm gonna want to do something. Boy, you know you don't want to do nothing with that girl. And why are y'all laying in the bed? This is cringy. Okay, it was cute when you had a little crush. It was cute. Okay, whatever. Girl, that was years and years and years ago. He has made it very clear and obvious he don't want you for fake or for real.
It just feels like she's always chasing someone who's never chasing her back. And calling it a rebrand doesn't make it less messy. Like I've said before, it's straight up embarrassing when someone's out here desperate for love in public. The more obsessed you are, the faster that energy runs away from you. Real love, it shows up when you stop chasing it and start realizing you actually deserve it. But this thing with B. Simone, it don't look like love, it looks like an obsession. And sometimes, yeah, it really feels like it's just about her ego. She's attractive, sure, but maybe that's the problem. She's used to getting attention, so when a man don't give it, it throws her off. She was probably sitting there thinking, dang, what's wrong with me? Like, every time she catches a vibe, it's like the dude just don't want her like that. And honestly, I think they just don't really like her.
It's our relationship.
You're my friend. You're an attractive woman.
So we're friends that are attracted to each other.
Nah, but see, you don't even got to do all that. Like, why we can't just stop at friends? Don't get to talk about that you attracted to me. Because I'm going to do something.
No, we in the bed.
I'm trying to keep this. Exactly. I'm attracted to you. You're attracted to me, but we're friends.
There's a couple of things that I want to talk about here, but the main thing is never let a man tell you he doesn't want you more than once. And that man told you he didn't want you a couple of times, and you heard him, but you weren't listening. How many times and in how many ways does a man have to tell you that he's not interested for you to get it? This was almost embarrassing to watch a man like DaBaby, a man who already has questionable character, deny you publicly? And then why are we set up in a bed? He's telling you, well, yeah, I'll probably sleep with you, but it wouldn't be anything more than that. And you're like, you think that's cute? You're flattered by that? To be turned down by a man like this who has such little integrity, this man who publicly shamed, embarrassed, and harassed his child's mother, and you think he's a catch that you can't understand why y'all can't get together? Why are we even considering a man like this in the first place? The podcast is going the way that it's going because you are centering yourself a bit too much. Don't show us sides of your personality that really should be kept behind closed doors.
Some guys don't know what to do with a woman who's funny. They start seeing her as one of the homies instead of someone to take seriously. And then there's the whole thing with DaBaby. She's been throwing herself at him like crazy over and over again, and he's just been dodging it like he's avoiding a splash of something nasty. You can tell he ain't trying to catch any of it. Now, real talk, maybe they did hook up at some point. That wouldn't be surprising. But B. Simone clearly wants more than just that. She wants to be with him. Meanwhile, he's made it obvious he doesn't want that kind of connection with her. It's like when you care way more than the other person, that heartbreak is real. Judge Lynn Toller used to say it best. Never let a man tell you more than once that he doesn't want you. And sometimes he ain't even gotta say it. His actions speak louder than words. Like if you keep telling him, I love flowers, and he never brings you flowers. Sis, he's showing you the truth right there. B.
Not want you. I just got secondhand embarrassment watching B. Simone and DaBaby doing that podcast. Like, how many different ways does a man have to tell you I'm not interested without him just coming out and saying it and hurting your feelings? She kept trying to twist his words to make it seem like he was interested in her, but he stopped her at every turn. Like, that's not what I'm saying. She's like, so you're attracted to me? And he was like, yeah, you're an attractive woman. And she was like, okay, so we're two people who are attracted to each other. And he was like,
why I gotta be all that? Just stop. Even towards the end, she's like, I don't want you to go. Like, this man has said, we cool, we just friends, like in so many different ways. And you're just not getting it. It's so embarrassing. And you can really tell he really didn't want to be there. He seems so irritated. He was only there because he had to be there. But that's how women be getting their feelings hurt. A man will literally tell you without telling you. Like, I don't feel like a man has to tell you everything. Why do you want him to hurt your feelings and tell you straight up, look, I don't like you? Just take what he said. Take the signs. It's clear as day.
Simone got to that point where she was basically begging for clarity, asking DaBaby to define what they had. But knowing him and how a lot of dudes move, they probably had a little fling and he bounced. No feelings, no commitment, just vibes. And she was left trying to turn that into something deeper that was never really there. Seriously, you gotta ask yourself, do you even really like him? Or is it just obsession? Most of us can tell when a man's genuinely into us and when he's just trying to hit. Let's not act like we can't feel the difference. If deep down you knew it wasn't gonna be more than just a quick hookup, why even let it happen? Especially if you're claiming to be the type who doesn't do casual. You can't say you're a relationship girl and still let a man treat you like a late night option. That don't add up. I'm 30. I'm not about that just vibes lifestyle. If we ain't dating for real and I don't see anything serious happening, then there's no point. I'm not out here giving wifey energy to someone who ain't even texting back properly. But here's what I really think. Low-key, they do have a physical thing going on behind the scenes. That's why she's always being so extra flirty in public with him. It's not just jokes, that's tension. But for him, it's probably only physical. For her, it's full-blown emotional.
Would you give me a baby?
Now you putting titles and you putting it in a box. Just saying like that ain't. Nah.
Would you be like my boyfriend? Boyfriend.
My friend.
Okay, you saying friends? Like something in Pam?
If they.
Why you don't want to do it to me? What you do? Double. What if I was to like try to kiss you right now?
I run out this room.
My phone. This ain't my
What?
phone.
Romantic, maybe even delusional at this point. She's stuck on this maybe one day he'll choose me fantasy. That pick me, love me, notice me energy. It's heartbreaking. And the worst part is, some women really live like this. They ignore every red flag just to stay close to a man who doesn't truly want them. Some think having his baby will lock him down. Others think if they just sleep with him enough, he'll eventually get serious. But it never works like that, and B. Simone might just be caught in that same sad cycle. Like I said before, a man can absolutely mess around with you without even liking you or finding you attractive. And that's the sad part.
Prayer cloth is still a pick-me.
Is it your foot? I love you.
I love you too.
When's the last time you've been in love?
When I met you, I'm like, I don't know how to take this girl.
You thought I was playing.
You were.
Do you think I am too alpha, too boss to have the alpha man? Like, could a guy like you really, really date a woman like me?
Following B. Simone is spiritually dangerous because you cannot use God's name to build your platform, but then water down his standards to get male attention to go viral.
Or that was just for publicity.
What was your publicity?
You and B. Simone.
Well, you never said we dated.
I just see she really loves you, that's all.
B. Simone is a genius.
And here you are flirting with a man that does not see a future with you. That is bait, not boundaries. And the enemy does not need you to sleep with him. He just needs you to stir the pot and make you think that confusion is chemistry. Please hear me. The spirit behind flirting is lust. Lust is sneaky and it craves control. That's why flirtatious behavior opens up the door to spiritual danger. When you promote Jesus, but then you turn around and position yourself to be chosen by someone who does not share the same standards as you, that is instability. And this is not to judge her. It's about calling out spiritual confusion from someone who claims to represent Christ.
Some folks confuse physical attention with real interest. It's not the same. Now I need to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me what you think. Did DaBaby smash B. Simone on the low? Is that why she's still stuck on him all these years later? Or is it deeper than that? Maybe an ego thing, maybe emotional attachment. And why do you think she picked his podcast to sit down on out of all the ones she could have done? Was it strategic or just another attempt to stay close? Either way, this story's wild and it's still unfolding. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're into messy celeb drama and real talk like this. It helps a lot and keeps the tea flowing. And don't go anywhere. Click that next video you see on the screen for even more juicy celebrity drama you don't want to miss. I'll catch you in the next one.